Hey everyone! 2018 has been a great year for Amiibo. Sure, we didn't get many figures, and 50% of them were from the Splatoon series, but the quality of the Amiibos was very high. In fact, this year has been so solid, there's only been around 2 I actually dislike. I don't even hate them, just mildly have a few problems with. And that's why, today, I'm going to be counting down my top 6 worst Amiibo of 2018. Why 6? Well, only 12 came out this year, and I'm splitting this into 2 videos. One for the best, and one for the worst. And it felt kinda weird not having the 2 I missed out on either of the lists, and there were ones I really wanted to talk about. So that's why I made it a top 6 instead. So here is my top 6 worst Amiibo of 2018. Solaire of Astora. For Dark Souls Remastered. Being a third-party Amiibo, they get a lot of stigma for having a lower quality compared to Nintendo's offerings, as seen with Shovel Knight. This is not the case with the new Dark Souls Amiibo. This just looks so funny to me. If I was a fan of the series, I would probably like this more and have it on the best list, but it's low because of its functionality, as I believe it only works in this one game, excluding Amiibo games where anyone works. Pearl, from Splatoon 2. The moment I got this Amiibo last year, I thought it just looked weird. Now, I know Pearl is weird in game, but this Amiibo is even more weird. I've said weird a lot. The good thing I will say is I like the colour scheme on it. It does look pretty appealing, but her face on the other hand, it just looks creepy. It's just a creepy face. And that's not what Pearl is, despite what the fans will tell you. Now I know I said Marina's Amiibo had a weird face, but at least hers isn't uncanny. I think the usage of this one saves it a little bit, because any Splatoon Amiibo is pretty cool to use in game. Octiline Octopus, from Splatoon 2. Last summer when the Octiline Triple Pack got leaked, I remember thinking they looked really cool, all except the octopus. That might just be me not being a fan of the squid-like Amiibo. However, that's not to say it's bad in-game, quite the contrary. I really like the odd kind of gear you get from the Octiline Octopus, and I really appreciate the detailing on the tentacles and the personality it shows off. And it jumping out the ink is such a cool detail on the figure. It's a nice touch. But I still don't love this Amiibo. Mega Man, from Mega Man 11. Its stand is showing. As an Amiibo collector, this really grinds my gears. I understand that his pose can't stand well on its own, but if that's the case, don't put the figure in that pose. At the very least, it's clear and not coloured, unlike certain Amiibo. On top of that, this version of Mega Man looks pretty bad, especially when compared to the classic one from Smash. But it is Mega Man, and I do love the redesign, even though it is subtle, so I do give it props for that. As a figure though, it's a letdown. Loot Goblin, from Diablo 3. Being the first of the ones I said I don't like, you're probably expecting a rant here. But no, the figure itself is not the issue. Honestly, I think it looks pretty great. I don't know a lot about the Loot Goblin, or what it even is in Diablo, but it looks fun. My problem is with its usage and display. It has a red base, which means it only looks really good against the Mario Amiibos, ironically enough. And like Solaire of Astora, I'm pretty sure it only works in this one game. Detective Pikachu, from the game Detective Pikachu. I was discussing this list with my Amiibo connoisseur friend the other day, and they gave me a weird look when I said this was my least favourite Amiibo of the year. To start things off, I'm not a fan of the large Amiibo, and it doesn't make any sense why a Pikachu is bigger than Ridley or Bowser. Along with being hard to display with others, his facial expression is so weird and his pose is so unappealing when looking anywhere but from above, which if you keep your Amiibo on a shelf, you'll never see. I am totally not a fan. Just pick up a regular Pikachu like I did. The only problem is, Detective Pikachu is even more common than regular Pikachu. What amiibo do you think was the worst this year? And which amiibo in general do you hate? Thanks for watching guys, and if you missed out, check out last week's video on the best amiibo of 2018. Again, all in my opinion. And with that being said, catch you in the next one.